Welcome back, Bravehearts. This is the Doc of Detox show. I'm Dr. Daryl Wolf, and we're on what we call DocStar TV. Now, this is the New World Health live Q&A, so everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, you can bring your questions up if you'd like and start putting them in, and I'll answer them. Okay, and don't be afraid to challenge me either, and don't be afraid to challenge your own beliefs. Challenge my beliefs, but it'd be more important to challenge your own beliefs, wouldn't it? Because when you can bring in unconditional love beliefs that are based on self-care and self-love, guess what? You're going to rock your world. And when you do that, you'll change your personality to what you really want, and you won't be living for everyone else and doing everything else for everyone else, because you're going to find out something, and the world's going to find out too, that the majority of the population, okay, takes things personal. They need approval, and they're always looking to be liked, okay? All right, I don't need to be liked, okay? I want to make sure that I unconditionally love myself, and I'm going to stand guard for myself. I'm even going to stand on guard about myself, because that's the first thing, but I'm going to do it with observation, not with judgment. When you judge the world or judge yourself, guess what? You just made an invisible prison. Think about this. If you judge yourself, then somebody's got to get punished, right? And then how long is that punishment? Well, you wouldn't even think about it, because guess what? You're already programmed by your family and by all the rules that you learned from 0 to 7, which you just downloaded with total acceptance. And those rules are going to guide the rest of your life. And that's why the rest of your life will become a very bumpy road. So you better buckle up. You better buckle up until you understand that you're not you until you're in love with you. You're not you until you no longer have to forgive you. And that's the truth right there. So I'm going to wait, but also you can come on Zoom. Do they have the Zoom link?
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, there's a Zoom link. You want to come on and talk to me on an audio, or you want to come on video. I'll even do a consult for you right now. If you have questions about your health, you can come on. I can take a look at you. That'll really help me, because a New World practitioner takes a look at the condition that a person is in before the physical condition that they have, because the physical condition is just the outcome, okay, of their personality. That's it. That's all. Slavica, good morning, okay? Good morning to you. And thank you. You're the first person to actually type something on Rumble or YouTube or Facebook, all right? So here's the deal. You know what? I go to a fortune teller a lot. I go to the fortune teller a few times a day. Now, who's the fortune teller? Well, that would be myself. I'm the greatest fortune teller. You're never going to have fortune unless you're the storyteller. So when you decide that you want to make up your own story, not his story, his story, his story, their story, when you want to make up your story, and you decide that you'll be the only fortune teller for you, and you will be the one that tells the story, you will be the director, the producer, the writer of your life, which is just a movie. And it's just a movie. It's not a movie? Well, let me tell you something. Every day you're making a decision whether you want to be a drama queen, drama king. Every day you're making a decision whether you're going to be a victim or you're going to be the hero. Every day you're going to decide to be the healer, or you're going to be what? The terrorist in your life that's bringing you down. Yes or no? Oh, no, Dr. Wolf, you don't understand my life. You know, the one that I really love the best is this, when I talk to people and I go, and we do it because we want to know there's certain things that are key, but what we'll say is, you don't understand. My life is the most abusive life you've ever heard in your life. Well, no, actually, it probably isn't. Everybody has had abuse on a physical, sexual, and emotional level, okay? And the person that has been abused the most is the one who tells the story the most, who can't give up the story, who can't rewrite the story, who can't forgive themselves or forgive others, okay? All right? And that's the bottom line. You know, I've got to be okay with the majority of the population thinking I'm a quack, the majority of the population wishing that I would just shut up. What if you just wanted to tell people the truth and you wanted to do it with all your heart? What if you really did just care for someone? You know, I'm going to tell you something. You think you know what I am, but you don't know who I am. You don't know why I do what I do. Do you know why you do what you do? I know why I put together the World Healing and Training Center in Mexico. I know why. Was it because I needed fortune and fame? No, I already did that and lost it. Now I'm working my way back up the scale, but I understand something, that you can't really own anything materialistic. You can only own your soul, your spirit. And if you feed your spirit, then you are everything. It doesn't matter. And understand something. Everything that I've built, okay, all right, we have, how many cameras do we have? These cameras are worth a lot of money, but we have quite a few. We have got 4 actual rooms that we shoot video. And now we're building a Zoom room. And understand something, I could lose all of it. And it's not because it's right, it's not because it's wrong, I can just lose it. Why could I lose it? Because the herd remains asleep. And the thing is, the government can come and just steal everything from you. And the majority will never say a word. And I could be left with nothing, okay? Or, you know, but the reality is I'm everything, so how could I be left with nothing? Okay, so I'm everything, I'm not nothing. And I am my own fortune teller, okay? I'm gonna tell you, there was a time when I believed that money was hard to make. I believed that love was hard to find. I believed that it was hard to actually get enough oxygen. I believed that there wasn't enough food in the world. I believed, you know, you have to understand something. Oh my gosh. When you really start to wake up, I don't want to go into this really heavy, but someday I'm going to. I just have to think about it. But I'm going to say something and you're going to go, he's way off track. Well, I'm not, because you have to understand something. Everybody wants justice in the world. Does anybody know what the glue of all the corruption is in the world, the main glue? I bet you don't know. I bet you don't know. And I want you to think about this. I want you to go to my Telegram channel and watch a video, because if I put that video up here, they're going to take my Facebook down. I put it on Telegram channel, on Doc of Detox Telegram channel, Braveheart Nation Telegram channel. But go to the Telegram channel, and I'm going to get them to put it on my Rumble as well, and Bitchute. Go to my Telegram channel and take a look what I put on there this morning. And wait till you see this. This is about 8 minutes. And it's the World Council getting together. And you have to understand something. What keeps the glue of all the evil in the world is pedophilia. But it's on a huger level than you think. You need to watch this video. Did you know that 800,000 minimum 800,000 children go missing in the United States? And you may not believe it, but that is what's going on. You probably heard about Pizzagate. And then that was a big conspiracy, but it wasn't. And the reality is you don't know this, but there are plane loads of children being flown into the United States that don't have a birth certificate and don't have a name. They were actually grown. They're not really humans, they were just grown. This is what goes on in the world. And then they're sold off and harvested. I'm not going to go into it. You need to watch this video. And not that you're going to focus on this, but you need to understand why the world stays corrupt. I will answer everybody's health questions here in a second. Go watch Monsters, Inc., the animation that was done. Because the whole deal is that all of these psycho-rich that work for the evil entity that's behind all of this, that gets off on this, you have to understand something. There's a whole race here that gets off on your suffering. Think about how you do suffer. You suffer from guilt, you suffer from shame, not being good enough. You got sucker punched. You are good enough. You're beautiful. You are beautiful no matter where you are and in your life right now. Physically, emotionally, mentally. And go watch the Monsters, Inc. movie, and you'll see that what they did was these monsters in this cartoon would actually go and scare children in their sleep. And then if they could terrorize them, that energy would help to drive the whole planet, the whole world, this whole world. Whether you believe it or not, it is the suffering of children, okay? And guess what, parents? You're part of it. You're part of it. Yes, you are. Because we're all brainwashed. Look at the way we treat our children. Look at the way I used to treat my children until I woke up. That's the God's truth. It's shameful the way the majority of population talks to their children, treats their children, feeds their children. It's shameful, just shameful. And I don't want you to have shame. I want you just to wake up and have unconditional love for yourself and them. And understand that your children were actually sent to you, and they were beautiful spirits. And they mimicked the belief systems that you're running that you don't even know you're running. And if you would have been awake when they started to walk and talk, you wouldn't have punished them for their tantrums. You wouldn't have spanked them. You wouldn't have not fed them. You wouldn't have called them down. You wouldn't have threatened them. You would have realized they are the brave hearts that came here to mirror what you are, to help you. Anyways, I just wanted to lay that little seed because I'm going to come on and do a bigger discussion on this. The world's got to talk about it to a certain degree. We don't have to be obsessed by it. But the reality is can we stop the child abuse just in our own home? Do you think we can? Do you think we can stop the child abuse in our own life? Well, no, because you were abused as a child, but you think that that's the way life is. I mean, everybody believes that the love that their family has or participates in is the love that is there, and they don't know any better. Until you have unconditional love for yourself, you're a danger to yourself and everyone else. So I'll leave that with you because I always like to drop a bomb here and there. Okay, Ishan, how does the portable structure create more light? Well, what it does is the portable structure unit will actually cause the water to vortex in all directions at the same time. So what it actually does is it will actually take and get rid of any lower vibrational frequencies so you can start off with a clean slate. Because water carries light and water carries information. It's impossible for it not to. That's what it does. So the more of the lower vibrational frequencies you get out, the more high vibrational frequencies you get in. That is light. Okay, understand something. When you go out into the sunshine, your body is mainly water. That sunshine, you are picking up the light, and that light is going through your eyes, going through your skin. And that is, you are a water vessel. And understand something. Do you know what your blood cells are? Your blood cells are little tugboats of carrying light. We are light energy, electrical magnetic beings. We are not physical beings. We are having a physical journey, okay? And we're really blowing it. Because we know how to feed our spirit, and there's a chokehold on our spirit by religion, by government, by the psycho-rich, okay, by even your family has a chokehold on your spirit, because if they have one on themselves, then they have one on you. Think about that one for a second. So the reality is the more you have a chokehold, the less light you're going to allow in, right? Tell me that the last time that you were in a bad mood that you made a salad, and if you did, you probably chopped your finger off. No, you ate ice cream, or you had a beer, or you had a few glasses of wine, or you had a toke, or you took medication, or something like that. So the structure water unit, I don't have one here because all my products are out in the training center, because I got to be out of here by sharp at 1 and head right back because I've got 20 practitioners waiting for me. So I love the product, the structure unit, just doing my own research and wanted some of your input. Well, understand something. Structured water. Here, let's talk about what it is. I don't care if you got Kangen water, like you have whatever you want. Distilled water, reverse osmosis, tap water, ozonated water. None of them are structured. Do you know what the atmosphere does? It structures all the rainwater. Why? Well, because there are what? Chemtrails. There are so many heavy metals, toxic poisons in the rain that comes down. It would kill the birds, bees, flowers, trees, and microorganisms, and me and you eventually, if it wasn't structured. No, you're probably not going to believe this, and I wouldn't believe it either if I was the herd, if I was the majority of the population. And I mean, when I mean herd, I don't mean you're a cow. I just mean you go with the belief that everybody believes. Understand, if you actually do what everybody does and believes what everybody believes, then you're going to have a miserable, miserable, miserable time down here. But no, you won't, because you'll believe that that's as good as it gets. So the reality is what happens to the water when it gets structured in the atmosphere is that it actually changes the water. A water droplet has 2,500 to 3,000 sheets to make a droplet. It will actually structure it so when it goes and you drink it, it stretches itself like a choo-choo train. You have what's called an aquaporin channel in every cell. If the water's not structured, it's not going to choo-choo train in properly. And when it does choo-choo train in, when you've structured water, I hope you know that you've gotten rid of the frequencies of everything that could be heavy metal, chemical, or even a toxic person drinking the water is not going to be passed on to you. But guess what? The physical part is still in there that you would call a toxin that you'd be worried about. I structure my water wherever I go. As long as it doesn't come yellow out of the tap, I do it. And how am I doing? Understand something. You go ahead, keep buying your bottled water, okay? Don't structure it. Find out how healthy you are. A structure unit will give you a 90-day money-back guarantee on it. It'll last you for a lifetime. It takes no electricity, has no moving parts, takes no batteries, never breaks down. And I'll give you 90 days if it doesn't change you. And if you want, get our shower unit, get our house unit, get our garden unit, get our pool unit. They're all on my website. And the reality is, oh no, you want to keep buying filters? Oh, you want to keep depending on electricity? I can travel with my portable all around the world. I can put any juice, any liquid through that portable, even my coffee, and I can make it structured. And I can protect myself from any chemical that's in anything I drink. And I know this is over your head, but it's called fourth phase water. Look up Dr. Pollock out of Washington, D.C. University. Not D.C., Washington State University. And he will give you all the information on that, okay? Ishan, also, what's the best way to use humic acid? Well, humic acid, for one thing, you've got fulvic acid, humic acid. Fulvic acid comes from humic acid. Our fulvic and humic acid comes from out of Drumheller, Alberta. That's where most of the dinosaur bones were found. And there's a reason, because the vegetation there was the richest. That's why they migrated there. And understand that humic is a larger molecule than the fulvic. The fulvic comes from the humic. And the humic, okay, it actually will balance hormones better than anything I've ever seen. You take humic acid, our concentrated humic acid, just take 1 teaspoon, put it into a liter of water, quart of water. And if you've got hormonal problems, then I would suggest that you do like 2 to 3 teaspoons a day. Or if you've got weight problems, okay? And also, you may not know this, but humic acid will actually neutralize any virus. And what will it do? Well, it will capture any virus or any bacteria, bad bacteria or fungus. It'll wrap itself around it and take it out of your body without symptoms. But if you've got hormonal problems, then I would take a look at our humic acid and our IGF-1 25,000 or our IGF-1 300,000. And that is the best way to take it. When you look at the black gold, the black gold works in the digestive tract. That is a humic acid product. It's humic and fulvic. And what it does, it will drop off 70 micronutrients into your digestive tract, and it will pick up 300 to 500% of its weight in toxic waste through your digestive tract. And then it will reinstate your good bacteria, mommy's bacteria, because there is no other bacteria that should be reinstated. All bacteria that you buy is foreign to the body. And I don't take acid off with bifidus or all these other strains. I just do the black gold, and I do the black diamond, which is the small molecular. It's the smallest humic fulvic in the world. It's nano, and that you would put into water, or you could mix it into your coffee. We are making coffee here with the purest organic coffee. And what we do is we use structured water. And what we do is we use C60, and we put that into the coffee, and then we put a little bit of black diamond, okay? And then we kind of blend it up like a latte, okay? And it's so healthy for everyone. And I know some people are going, coffee? Well, I don't have any other bad habits, guys. And that's not a bad habit. If you put C60 in it, if you put Black Diamond in it, it is so healing, it's beyond Thunderdome. So what you think you know and you know is two different things. Jody says, watch out of shadows. That's where I learned about Pizzagate. Yeah, I know, isn't it something? And the reality is Pizzagate is the whole ring of the pedophile thing. And understand something, people need to understand what's going on in the world, and then they need to focus on creating a better world, not focus on what's wrong. But if you don't know what's wrong, and you don't know how they're undermining your very life, then you're going, well, how does that affect me? I don't have children. Seriously? Are you really going to think like that? Seriously? Okay, you must be out of your skull. Rose, can you explain how structured water can affect a pool? Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. You could have chlorine in a pool, and if you have a structured water unit on your pool, the chlorine could be in there and it will not burn your eyes. Why don't you try it? Go underneath, swim under the water. It will not burn your eyes. It will heal eczema, psoriasis, skin conditions. Your skin will feel silky smooth. When you go through the pool swimming, it'll feel like you're swimming through silk. Okay, so you won't burn your eyes, you won't burn your skin, and even though the chlorine could be still in it, it will do no damage. And I guess what? This is so over people's heads. Okay, because guess what? The majority of the population, whatever you believe that the majority believes, good luck with that one, okay? Because the majority of the population are not the leaders of this world. The leaders of the world are the quacks. The leaders of the world are the people that are told that you better conform to the norm. Yeah, like I want to be normal. No, I'll be abnormal, thank you. And I am the normal guy because I'm the guy that's not sick. I'm the guy that has no pain. I'm the guy that has energy. I'm the guy that hasn't got any guilt or shame. Do you understand? I am normal. So what the majority thinks is normal is going to be them. We are going to be the abnormal ones, and who really cares? All right, Ishan, I have woken up, let me see, what else? I'm trying to explain my daughter, and I don't know how it works with chlorine. I'm trying to tell you that the frequency is more important than the actual physical chemical. If you change the frequency in the chlorine, is it still chlorine? You could still smell it. You could probably still taste it. I'm telling you, scientifically, it is inert. Okay, tell me that it isn't when you start and you put why don't you put a filter on your shower, okay, and you will not have any more lung problems, skin problems, eye burning. Your hair will be silky smooth. Yes or no? Prove me wrong. 90-day money-back guarantee and all of this. So I don't believe them. Fine, I don't really care if you believe me. The reality is why would I care when I know that the majority will never believe in me? And that's it. Because you got to understand something. And I mean this in the nicest way. But when you were younger, you learned everything through a hypnotic trance, because from 0 to 7, your brain is a sponge. You've never been in the conscious moment until you're after 7 years old. So that means everything that was done was normal. Yeah, really, like that's gonna happen. What family's normal? So the reality is that I get it. You know, you had to learn hundreds of rules, maybe thousands of rules just to be in that family and to learn about life. But the reality is but they say that 70, 90% of the beliefs that people have are actually toxic to their life. And I believe that. Take a look at the majority. 92 to 96% of the population has an autoimmune disease, for God's sakes. And how many people are depressed? Well, they're not depressed. They have so much anxiety because they believe all this BS. So they fall for the BS, which is dysfunctional belief systems, and then they dump the adrenaline, the cortisol, the histamine, and then they fry their brain, and because they fried their brain, it's a computer, it's got to shut down. So now you go into depression, but now you're such a robot, because repetition is the key, blah, blah, blah. You'll go and you get your medication because you're depressed. Seriously. Wow. Okay, and then they tell us we're the most intelligent species in the universe. Like, I'm going to believe that one. Ishan, I have woken up to all of the medical BS, including a virus never being isolated. You got it, girl. Instead of the environment of the infection is what causes the disease. That's right. The terrain decides who lives there. So the reality is the restaurant will decide who goes to the restaurant. The bar that you go to, if everybody does heroin, cocaine there, okay, will I be there? No, I won't be. Okay, am I going to go to a party where everybody's low vibrational and they think that poverty exists on this world. It only exists if you have that belief. Poverty of love, poverty of abundance, poverty of loving yourself, poverty of anything, poverty of oxygen, poverty of food. Seriously, I mean, people buy into the craziest things. Would I want to hang around with somebody like that? Not doing it. Would I hang around with people that all they want to do is talk about what's on the news or fear-mongering? I wouldn't do it. That's the deal. So you walk away from that stuff. You don't focus. I focus on what I want in my life. If there's something comes up to me and I don't understand it, I'm going to go and challenge that BS, that belief system, and I'm going to find out what is behind it. And there's always money behind it, or power, or greed, or something. But whatever, that's just the name of the game. I get it. And I'm going to figure it out, and then I'm going to go, now I understand it, so now I'm going to get back to playing my game, which is only focusing on what I want in my life and nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. Thank you very much. What is the device he is talking about? It's called a structure unit. You can go to store.docofdetox.com, take a look at it. You can also go read about it, watch a video about it. If you go to my library, I have the biggest self-help, self-care, self-love library in the world, and it's all free to you. And go in there and challenge me on all the BS that I talk about. Belief systems, my belief systems, unconditional love belief systems, unconditional care for oneself. You know what? You couldn't make me feel guilty if you wanted to. Nobody will ever make me feel guilty for anything ever again. And that's how you hold the majority ransom. Rose, I just ordered a structured water unit and want to use it when I visit here in Arizona, her pool, but don't know how to explain it. Don't explain it. Don't explain it. You ready for this? I can give you a little secret. So what I want you to do is, you know where the jets come out of the pool? I want you to take your structure unit. Don't worry about it. Just take your structure unit where the jet comes out and hold it there for 2 minutes. You just structured the whole pool. Now, I want you to go swimming in her pool without structuring it. And then I want you to do what I just said. And then I want you to come on my show and tell everybody how it felt. And understand something. First, I want you to swim underwater, back and forth, 3 or 4 times, or just go underwater with your eyes. And then I want you to go underwater with your eyes when you structure it, and then tell me your eyes are burning. They're not going to burn. I know it's the craziest thing, isn't it? Because guess what? There's magic everywhere if you want to find it. There's miracles everywhere if you want to find it. You won't have magic or miracles unless you change your personality or get new strategies. Okay? Sokolovia. I hope I did it kind of right. I want to use the opportunity to, okay, delete that please. Delete it. Completely. Thank you. What's next? Jody, I take a teaspoon of humic acid daily. Black gold, great stuff. Add a bit to my cat's soft food. The more you add to the food, they're going to love it. And add it to your plants. Watch how they jump up for joy. Like I said, the humic acid has 70 micronutrients in it. It also will suck up 300 to 500% of its weight in toxic waste. Dale, I love my black gold. Can we keep going, please? Ishan, I have a lot of your products, but it's hard to tell my friends and family about it because they aren't ready to listen. Please keep, okay, mind your own business. When you start losing weight, when you start looking great, when you start talking right, okay, when you can sleep at night, when you don't need to fight, they'll ask questions. Up until then, keep your mouth quiet, conserve your energy, put everything back into yourself because you're not there to save anyone. You're there to change your personality, to change your reality, to detoxify an emotional, physical level and go, what do you think of me now? What do you think of me now? Which product is best to make them believe true health? Well, people lack energy. IGF 25,000 or IGF 300,000 or C60 and also the infinite iodine. C60 MCT or C60 hemp oil or infinite iodine. Everybody needs iodine every day. How do you get your iodine? Well, guess what? In 1974, they took iodine of all the foods that they were making and they put bromide in to block the iodine. And didn't you see the weight increase? Didn't you see the thyroid cancer increase? Didn't you see the a hyper and hypothyroid problem start? Well, that's right. I live right near the ocean here, but I still do infinite iodine every day, thank you very much. I know that you cannot live without it, and our infinite iodine is the only natural iodine in the world and the only non-toxic and the only one that has no side effects. Even Nascent and Lugol's iodine, you take it too much, you'll blow your thyroid. Sarah, should Black Diamond and Tummy Love be taken at specific times? Nope. By day, and may they be taken together? Yes, absolutely. Black Diamond and Tummy Love can be taken together, and you take them when you want them, and you're better off to spread it throughout the day. Spread it throughout the day, okay? All right, what else? Jody, buying your structured water unit is going to be my next investment. Elaine, it's wonderful that you took a food and made it healthy. Everybody has some type of thing in this world that isn't the best, but turning manure into fertilizer is definitely the way to go. Yeah, especially when it comes to your brain. Jody, whoever hasn't tried a coffee enema should do it. Try the ultimate coffee enema, Jody, I think that's what you meant, because that's when you're using black gold and you're using Tummy Love, because let me just tell you, oh yeah, you said it, you just said it. Okay, so anyways, everybody just know this, and I'm willing to be challenged. Are we on Zoom?
Yeah.
Nobody on it?
No.
Nobody likes me. Anyways, but if you want to come on and challenge me as a practitioner or doctor, then come on. Oh, you're on it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, Yar. Anyways, if you want to come on and challenge me, here's the deal. You cannot clean the liver. You cannot clean the liver unless you do the ultimate coffee enema. You can do it with just a coffee enema, but the problem is when you get the contraction and you start to purge those toxins out of your liver, you will reabsorb them through your colon. The reason why we use the Tummy Love and the black gold is because there's going to be no absorption of that waste that's been dumping. Now, understand something. Let's just make this perfectly clear. Okay, cirrhosis of the liver is scar tissue of the liver. You can reverse that. Okay, what else do I want to say? Okay, a fatty liver is caused from inflammation. Did you get that? Now, a fatty liver can turn into a cirrhosis of the liver because too much inflammation is stored in the fat, but if you get way too much inflammation, you're going to get scar tissue. And just so you know that kids that are 8 years old are now being diagnosed of cirrhosis of the liver and fatty liver. And just know this, myocarditis is one of the main things exploding in teenage males right now that have got the V. All right, so 1 out of 100 of them are no longer here. Tammy, what these issues be connected or coincident? My right eye is blurry and my left eye is good. There's never a coincidence, that's that. I have a small clump of eyelashes on my right eye that frequently fall out. I don't get frequent headaches, but when I do, always starts on the right side. Can you go back there again? I see what you said. Can you, oh wait, would these issues be connected? My right eye, okay, my right eye is blurry. Okay, so here's the deal. I guarantee you that there's gonna be some scar tissue in around the eye area. I'd start, do we have a clapper here or did I take it away? Okay, of course. Yarik was my clapper. Don't you, Yarik? No, I know you don't. Okay, so the reality is if it was me and I had a problem with my eye, I'd be clapping here underneath the cheek. I'd be clapping up here, okay? And believe it or not, clap the back of your head, your occipital area. We have what we call the upper eyes right here. Clap this area here, okay? And then clap your forehead area, your cheek, beside. Okay, that's really gonna help. I'm not kidding. Start doing it. Tell me if it changes. But when I clap, I just don't wanna hit this. Hold on. So when I clap, it's this hard. Look. Now, you can start off lighter, but I do clap. See, what do you think of my hair? So I'll be 65. When I started using an Avicin, okay, and when I started doing C60 and started clapping, I hope you know that I've got 25 to 35% more hair on my head, okay? All right, I will have this much hair for the rest of my life. Here I had when I went mountain climbing, I came too close. I had to jump. I was about 10,000 feet up, and there was a ledge, and I went to jump on the ledge, and there was this slate, and I cut right down to the bone, and they actually had to sew me up with fish wire. But anyways, I won't go through the whole story, but at the end of the day, by the time I could find the stitches, it was 2 years, there was a hidden stitch. Kept going back to a doctor. They kept trying to slice it, and I said, I know it's in there. So anyways, I had this huge lump of scar tissue by the time I got that out. And I got to tell you something. There was no hair here. I should go back and get a picture. There was no hair because of that right here. Look at it. There's nothing. You can't tell where that was. It'll grow back. Listen, if you're unconscious and you destroyed it, and you no, if you're everybody's unconscious. You do know that, right? And you created a disease, because that's the only way you create a disease, because you're unconscious, and you become conscious, you should be able to reverse it, right? Yeah, and that's the God's truth. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Sarah, how you doing, sweetie? When doing a water fast, can hemp C60 be put under the tongue like the coconut oil formula? Yeah, but you know, all you got to do is you keep it in there until your mouth is almost filled with water. So it's under your tongue until that is totally broken down by the enzymes in your mouth. Did you get what I just said? Your healing will be phenomenal, but you have to keep that teaspoon under your tongue until you go, yeah, it's completely water. Because you can do water on a water fast. You can break down a fat in your mouth, okay, being hemp oil or coconut oil, but you got to hold it there long enough. And everybody, just so you know, the advanced water fast, okay, I'll be kicking that off next Wednesday. So that's a week from tomorrow. I'll be here live at 12 o'clock going over everything about that, okay? And I will be here on Tuesday of next week too, just to get everybody ready. But understand, okay, you don't want to do it? Fine. You don't want to miss a meal because you get a headache? How toxic are you? The reality is people, you know what? When we go to do the advanced water fast, oh wow, the first day I made it, I didn't die. Oh, the second day I made it, I didn't die. And then the third day, you really got to respect that day, because that's when your digestive tract is going to totally shut down. So that's the day that you've got to make sure you have these little naps, that you're hydrating, staying away from stressful people or stressful situations, because that's usually what we call the hump. You get through the third day, you'll see the fourth day, oh, it's pretty good. Fifth day, pretty good. 6 days. Some people will even go longer in 6 days. Right now, if you haven't watched it, please go to my library, click open the Advanced Water Fasting Guide, and watch the 3-hour video. Please, I'm going to give you the most healing information on releasing more stem cells, more autophagy to eat up tumors and scar tissue and get rid of heavy metals and all this garbage in your body. This is the most powerful thing you can ever do as an advanced water fast. So please, just trust me on this one. Okay, Rose, the best way to advertise the products is by how you look and feel. Boom. I have lost 20 pounds, and now my husband is starting to notice that maybe he needs to take the products also. And you know what? I'll tell you what your husband's scared of, Rose. He's scared of losing you, because now you're getting your little sexy on. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, honey, you want to go on these products? You go ahead. I don't believe in this stuff. Oh my gosh, 20 pounds. Oh my God, 25 pounds. Whoa, there's the girl that I married. Yeah, where's the husband I married? He's getting a little leery now, because now she's going to go shopping, and people are going to be looking at her going, wow, you're 35, you're 45, you're 55, you look amazing. You're 65, you look amazing for your age. That's right, because guess what? It's not hard to look amazing when everybody else is asleep, okay, and poisoning themselves on almost every level. Yeah, so your husband will catch up when he gets a little nervous about, wow, okay. So make sure you give him lots of hugs, and make sure that you're not out longer than usual, because he's going to think you might be looking at downtown. I don't know. Dale, Dr. Wolf, can I take iodine while taking Synthroid? Oh, come on, sure you can. It's non-toxic. And understand, I'm not telling you what to do. Work with your doctor or your practitioner. But the reality is get checked. But understand something. When you start taking infinite iodine disinfects, and the rest gets turned into infinite iodide. it gets turned into iodine, then goes to your thyroid. So you could do like 5 sprays of infinite iodine back of the throat and 5 sprays of infinite iodide. Wait until you see how you feel, and then see if you really need that drug. Okay, drugs are drugs, they don't heal. Okay, all right, they just make you believe that you are. Marcia, we learned so much from your talks. Thanks, Dr. Wolf. I have to leave here, let me see, in 9 minutes, just letting everybody know. Judy, do you have a practitioner in Calgary that does Wolf non-surgical? How do I find one in my area? Okay, I want to tell you, I want you to call the 855 number and make sure that you talk to one of my practitioners. They will tell you. We've got about 2 of them in the Calgary area. Susan Rankin is one of them, and just call up and ask for Susan's phone number. Okay, well here, let me see. Give me a second. La la la. Okay, Susan. Phone number for Susan Rankin. 403-763-1477. Beautiful woman, beautiful woman. And she really cares. Okay, there you go. Lisa, are you really sorry? I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah. I have got eczema all over my chest and shoulders all of a sudden last few months. Yeah, well, you stressed yourself out really good, because let me tell you something. The eczema will get worse. Now understand, you cannot have eczema. Oh, but eczema is going to go to psoriasis, because eczema is psoriasis. It's the beginning of psoriasis. Psoriasis is a thicker scab than eczema. That's it. Oh my God, but they're both 2 different diseases. Are you like out of your skull? No, they're not. Okay, so you can't have eczema unless you did antibiotics. You can't have eczema unless you did antibiotics. Oh, yeah, but I didn't do them lately. Yeah, but are you eating dairy? Are you eating cheese? Are you eating animal products that are taking antibiotics in their food or being injected? Then you're doing antibiotics. So guess what? Antibiotics, and what they do is, antibiotics will go in and take yeast and turn it into fungus. That makes a drill bit predator. Then what happens is, antibiotics, which are a form of chemo, will actually turn on and make yeast into fungus. And the fungus isn't supposed to be in you until you're dying or dead. What do you think the brown spots are on your hands and your face and your body? That's mold. Thank you. That's your liver. You're a moldy oldie. Okay? Look at all the brown spots I have. Oh, isn't that something? Just like a fresh fruit, when it gets all those spots on it, when it gets a lot of spots, you don't want to eat that, do you? So you're rotting. So just know that you're rotting. But just know this, that if you've got autoimmune disease, which you can't have unless you've got a leaky large intestine, not leaky gut. The gut's not leaky, it's the large intestine. In the large intestine, the yeast goes into fungus. Drill bit predators drill holes, and then the fungus goes into your blood. Now you got it systemically, and then guess what? Because you're so full of fungus, it comes out through your skin. That's eczema. Now, if you were to get yourself a vitamin D light with crystal panels, if you were to get yourself a structure unit for your water, okay, and if you were to clean out your bowels and do coffee enemas, you're going to reverse this. But for the time being, go like this with a clapper and clap around, and then clap right on the eczema until it's pussy or bleeding a little. And then what I want you to do is I want you to take silver bullet gel, okay, enough of it to put on the area, and then a little bit of DMSO gel, and then I want you to take some frankincense or Pain Away essential oil, and then just a few drops of C60, and make a jar of that and put that on, and guess what? Wham bam, it's gonna die. It's gonna die, okay? And it's gonna fall off, but it would be great if you did daily cleansing tea, black gold, and did the other things I talked about. But everybody, okay, I can give you Band-Aids, or you can call and get a consultation for $150, 150 bucks. And then you've got lifetime support, and you'll get an hour audio sent to you. You'll get my Perfect Day Lifestyle Guide, 360 pages of how to become your own practitioner. Okay? or we can just keep on bumping along, okay? Ishan, I'm 20 years old and been experiencing with your products for a week. So far, take C60 3 times a day and iodine. I feel amazing, especially with the Tesla glasses too. Yeah, guess what? Blue light poisoning is more dangerous than 5G. These are the only glasses in the world to take blue light and convert them into actual healing light for your eyes and your brain. Don't believe me? Watch how within a few weeks to a few months, depending on how you treat yourself, how you're going to have to change the prescription on your glasses because they're going to be hurting your eyes because your eyes are improving. Yeah. Helen, what products would you use for stone corns under my feet? Well, now we've got iodine insufficiency. I'd look after infinite iodine. I would also take a look at colon cleansing and then doing the ultimate coffee enema. You really need to know that you've been pooping in your pelvis and you backed it up into your liver. And understand something. Kick in the infinite iodine, but the corns on the feet, they're never going to stop. Take a look at your inflammatory diet. Take a look at your inflammatory mind. It takes 2 of those to actually do the corns on the feet. You're going to grow things on your body that you don't want because you're thinking things that you don't want to think and eating things that you shouldn't eat. And you don't know how to cleanse your colon or your liver properly. Get a consult. Janina, in April, the doctor told me they thought I had mini stroke, and ever since then, I have heart palpitations ever since. Okay, first of all, I have had my blood tested and everything comes up clear. Just telling you you had a mini stroke, okay, is stressing you out. First of all, get a consult, clean your bowels out, clean your liver out, and start connecting and doing the lion heart breathing. And do me a favor, if you actually had a stroke, you want to help your heart, then you get a clapper and you clap right here in the inside of your arm, right here, okay, right here, where it bends, okay? Clap there for 10 minutes as hard as you can and watch all the black and purple come up. You know, healthy people don't bruise. Isn't that something? Unhealthy people don't even have to hit anything and they've got bruises because they are actually decomposing in front of their own eyes. Okay? And understand something, healthy people, they'll have red, but that's increased circulation, but they're not going to have purple or black or green or brown. Okay? And that's it. That's it right there. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for 43 years. I've been in the business. 43 years. Okay? So I'm going to hold my ground on this stuff. Let me see here. DMSO for toe fungus, yes. But I would get DMSO, and then I would get a little bit of, I would use a little bit of DMSO, and then just enough, and then I would put it on a Band-Aid, but I would mix the DMSO gel, not the DMSO rose cream's not strong enough. I would get the DMSO gel, and I would mix that with, are you ready for this? Just a few drops of C60, okay? A little bit of silver gel, just a teeny bit, and then frankincense. Or you could use oregano. And then put that on a Band-Aid and then put the Band-Aid on and then duct tape the area so no oxygen gets in, okay? And then let's go in and just nail that, okay? But understand, DMSO toe fungus, toe fungus means that you have your bowels broke down. You've got autoimmune disease, otherwise you got leaky gut. And the reality is please don't take this wrong, and I'm telling you, cancer is a fungus. Okay, I'm not saying that toe fungus causes cancer, but I will tell you, if you've got toe fungus, you're precancerous. Come on, guys. Let me tell you something. If you've got gallstones or you got kidney stones, you're precancerous. Look at how much calcium you're pulling from your body because you're so acidic. Nobody tells you this? 1 out of 2 people get cancer, for God's sakes. Okay, and how many people have fungus? You know what, I'm going to tell you something. When I moved down here to Mexico, and I don't wear shoes hardly ever. I don't wear sandals hardly ever. I don't care what people think. Okay, so I'm the weirdo doctor or quack, weirdo quack. Don't even call me a doctor if you don't like. I don't really care. Okay, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter what you call me actually. But the reality is I have no green toes. I got pink toes under my nails. And the reality is this, I'm healthy. Do you know that I would say that 30-40% of the people that come here for my courses have green or brown toes, fungus toes. Oh yeah, just everybody. And they're just so normal looking at it. You know, after a while you get used to anything, don't you? Well, look at the relationship that you have probably going on. Marlene, how many treatments does it take to help with nerve damage in the gums? Well, first of all, if you did Celsonic, okay, can you go, no, the other way. I had 5 treatments, and I also used the Avicin. Avicin's amazing, and you had 5 treatments, but are you clapping? You need to clap for 10 minutes on your jawline, okay? 10 minutes every day, both sides. What else do you need to do? Well, if it was me, I'd be taking silver bullet gel, and I would be taking a healthy mouth or immunity and putting, taking like a tablespoon of silver bullet gel and putting a few drops, 2 or 3 drops of that on, put that in my mouth, and I would swish it around, and I'd swish it around for quite a while, and I'd spit it out. And I would do that probably because the nerve damage is actually from infection that created inflammation. That's what the nerve damage is. And the other thing is I would also be sipping on C60 coconut oil under my tongue, and then I'd swish it around my mouth and get it into my gums. Yeah, that's what I would do. Anyways, and then we wouldn't have the problem. But you gotta be aggressive. You know, if I got a 10-foot hole, then why don't you have a 10-foot ladder, not a 5-foot ladder, not a 2-foot ladder. Climbing a 2-foot ladder 5 times doesn't get you out of the hole. Okay? How many treatments? Okay, got it. And then the other thing is you could do Celsonic on here, and that would just turn everything around fast, but use what you're using, get a clapper, do what I just said. Angie, amazing, thank you, Dr. Wolf. Got my EMF protection, that would be this. It's called a bodyguard, everyone, see it? And this bodyguard here, look how beautiful it is. And this will protect you 15 feet out, 15 feet up and down. You'll see it because your skin will get nicer, you'll feel calmer, you'll sleep better, and it protects you against what? EMF. And it also has so many different frequencies in it, and it never wears out, never breaks down. Now, the Tesla glasses, C60 minerals, yeah. And just know, everyone, that Tesla glasses have the C60 molecule in the lens. So you are getting C60 going into your eyes and brain, even if you're drinking it, that's a double whammy. Okay, and also, does everybody know that the C60 molecule in the lens and the C60 that you drink, did anybody watch the New Year's thing and the ball come up at New Year's and all those big stars up there were standing? What was it? It was a C60 molecule. That's what the ball that went up in New York. And what were they telling you? Well, guess what? C60 right now is being touted as the product to take if you had the V or you want to protect yourself from somebody who had the V or the C. Don't believe me, go do your homework. America, he talked about food, what to eat together. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that when I go back to class. I'll do it tomorrow. America, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it in the class tomorrow as a 1-a-day. All right, can we keep going? Okay, this is the last one, guys. I apologize. I'm 74, doing natural food, pure water, and herbs, 50 years young. Now I'm losing weight, have low oxygen. You're not losing weight, you're losing muscle. You need to get on IGF 300 right away. You need to get on SON formula right away. COPD, secondhand smoke. You need to be getting a nebulizer off of Amazon, and you need to nebulize the Infinite Iodine and the Bright Eyes and Silver Bullet Liquid 50-50 and nebulize those straight. But the Infinite Iodine, 1 part Infinite Iodine, 3 parts structured water, nebulize all day long. Your lungs will come back. Okay, but you're not losing weight, you're losing muscle, sweetheart. You're 74 years old and you need to start exercising. Please start doing the pelvic squats, start doing the belly button therapy, get yourself a clapper, get going. Love yourself well, okay? Okay, I can't do anymore. Let's go to the slides. Can we do that? Yep. Let's start. Okay, so can I see the slide? You can just get rid of all the rest. Just the slide. Okay, so everyone, just know this. Here's our upcoming trainings. Right now, you can still make it down here if you want, but next Friday, wait, no, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, next Friday we start the last Wolf non-surgical course at the World Healing and Training Center in Ixtapa here. It is a 12-day course. If you can't make it, you can't make it. Check us out in McKinney, Texas. I will be doing a lecture the Sunday before. So the course in McKinney, Texas, Whole Life Coach, starts on August the 25th. So come back 24, 23, 22. So on the Sunday, okay, on the Sunday, I will be doing, the Sunday prior to that, I'm doing a free lecture for anybody who lives in Texas, around McKinney, Texas, and it'll be Sunday afternoon. It'll be a 3-hour lecture, everybody, okay? All right, I'll be putting the dates and times up in a couple of days. And then we're back here at Ixtapa, Mexico. Well, anyways, Whole Life Coach on August 25th in McKinney, and it goes to September 2nd. Then Wolf Non-Surgical starts September 4th to September 15th. Okay, we're half sold out, just letting you know. We're topping out at 20. That's it. So if you want to join that, you might want to let us know. Ixtapa, Mexico. We will be doing the next New World Practitioner, which is the Whole Life Coach, September 10th to September 18th. And then the Wolf Non-Surgical, September 21 to October 2nd. Then we're going to be in Barrie, Ontario. I need everybody to know this, and I'm not trying to prank you. There's only 3 spots left in the in the Whole Life Coach course. 3 spots. And then the Wolf Non-Surgical, there's 7 left in Barrie, Ontario. That's not until September 24th to October 2nd, Whole Life Coach, Wolf Non-Surgical, October 4th to October 15th. Then we're back here in Mexico, again, October the 10th to October the 18th, Whole Life Coach, and then Wolf Non-Surgical, 21st to November 1st. And understand something. Then we're going to be going back to Barrie in the new year, and we're also going to be here in Ixtapa, and we're also going to be in Texas, but I don't want to put dates up because I'm trying to feel this whole thing out, because they're going to do climate change, monkeypox, COVID, and they're going to try to turn the whole world off around October, November, and let's just see who fights back. Wherever the states are still open that we can go to, that's where our course is going to be. Can we go to the next one, please? All right. So I just want everybody to know this, that we have, don't change the slide. We have what's called Worldwide Build Your Own Course. So we have 6 different personal treatment and trainings that we do for couples, we do for families, we do for caretakers for people, we do for athletes, we also do for athletic trainers. You can go to personaltreatmentandtraining.com and take a look at this. But the next opening, we do what we call Worldwide Build Your Own Course. And what we do is we have one left. What's the date was that? 14th. Can you go next slide? Okay. Well, it's after this one, but just stay here. So take a look. That's the wrong slide. It's minimum 8 for Whole Life Coach. Everybody, if you get 8 non-surgical for non-surgical, then we'll come and we'll teach the Wolf Non-Surgical. If you get 8 anywhere around the world, okay, all right? If you get 8 anywhere around the world and 8 Whole Life Coach, you'll get me doing the Whole Life Coach, and you'll get my team doing the Wolf Non-Surgical training, and we will do a certification anywhere around the world. So it's a minimum of 8 people for New World Practitioner. All right? So 8 for the Whole Life Coach. Please get the other slide. That's the wrong slide. Okay, now let's keep going. Now here's really important. Sage is going to be on the road for 2.5 months. There is only room for 1 more personal treatment and training to go, or Wolf Non-Surgical training to go. Get Nat to change that. That's not New World Practitioner certification to go. We only have room for Wolf Non-Surgical. So that is a 12-day course. So the personal treatment and trainings, they can vary anywhere from 6 days to 10 days. If somebody wants Sage, he will go anywhere in the world, August 4th to August 15th, and he will train 1 person, 2 people, or he'll train up to, actually, he can train easily 8 people, okay, in Wolf Non-Surgical. All right? So that's the last one he has left. He had 5 slots. That's the last one. Now, we have opening in St. Lazare. What's the next one? Is that it? Yep. Well, anyways, everyone, so St. Lazare, Quebec, we will be there. Sage will be there for 12 days starting August the 2nd. Okay? So August the 2nd, he will be there. St. Lazare, Quebec. We have room for 4 more practitioners. Maximum 8 for Wolf non-surgical training. Okay? So contact me at 855-900-4544 extension 5, or call me anywhere around the world on WhatsApp at 250-801-5893. And you can also call me on Telegram. I want to thank you for joining me. And understand something. I want you to understand something. I love you. I know you think I'm making this up. But I must love everyone no matter what their beliefs are. I must love everyone no matter what they think they've done or who they are. Because you're not your beliefs. People are not bad. They have bad beliefs. The day that you can love yourself and love others, the day that you can handle the truth and know what's going on in the planet, but focus on what you want, you will be a Braveheart. 3, 2, 1, Braveheart, you got this. You know, it's not good enough to have the most powerful courses, treatments, and training. We want to deliver to you the adventure of a lifetime that's going to last a lifetime. And I'm going to take you on a little adventure right now and show you what we are going to deliver. What are we going to deliver? We are going to deliver the authentic you, the real you, the genius inside. How would you like to become not just the master of your mind, but the master of your body, the master of your life? You know what? The most important world is your world, and we're about to show you how to create it.
Found Dr. Wolf and all his positivity and trying to reshape our way of thinking and help me be a better person, a better mom, better wife. I'm glad I found him in person in Ixtapa, Mexico.
Never limit yourself to beautiful, because that's what you are. Take a look at this beautiful place. We all deserve beauty in our life. You need to create a new program that is unlimited when it comes to things that are beautiful, things that make you happy, things that make you shine, things that make you feel excited. Let's get excited.
This guy's got something really interesting to say and he's sharing it really openly and we're just really not caring what other people think, and I just thought that was really empowering.
What I've learned in my life is this: to be the change you wish to be the change you wish to see, Braveheart, you have to understand you take life one step at a time.
Dr. Wolf, as many people will have seen, is very direct and straight and will take you to the edge of the cliff, as he says, and then pull you back just in time.
Never lose your focus. Never lose your dream, because you are the dream maker. It's called image, but guess what? It's your imagination. The image that you hold creates the thought that you live with. That thought creates an emotion that creates a frequency, and we know that the invisible creates the physical. I mean, that's quite obvious. So be the power that you seek, and understand something, that all your thoughts matter. And guess what? Unless you're willing to take a look at those thoughts and retrain your brain, change your personality, you'll never change your reality, and your reality could become infinite.
He's a wealth of information, and I love it.
You were created by your creator to create. So let's create something amazing together.
I found Dr. Wolf and I went, wow, here's a truth speaker. And he spoke to my soul and he spoke truth.
So tell me what you think of the destination that I came up with my imagination to hold the whole life coach certification for you. Understand something. It's all about beauty. It's all about adventure. It's all about stimulating the mind, okay? And understanding that your mind is unlimited. And that is what the whole life coach certification is all about. In the whole life coach certification, we are going to go deeper. We have people coming to us, professionals coming to us, from doctors to nurses to accountants to oil riggers to mothers that want to expand their life. And when they come here, they go, I need to learn to help my family, or I want to improve my business. But guess what? We get into their business. When they leave, they become the change that they wish to see, that they wish to be. They become the gift to the world, because when you can stay in the present, and you can't do that until you have unconditional love and care for yourself. And I'll tell you something right now. I have hardly even found 1 out of 1,000 practitioners, or even so-called whole life coaches, that can hold the present moment and own it and then give it as a gift. And this is what I'm going to give to you. And when you come here, this is where you're going to come into this room when you need to find alignment, you need to find balance, and you need to get back into your lion heart breath, because we're going to go deep into your heart and we're going to become the spark that you seek.
And actually what I really love about Dr. Wolf's teachings is that unconditional love is literally it. And then you're like, how can it be that easy? That's just silly. So, but it's really not.
Come play, come stay, come train with us today. Understand something. I know we have fear, but understand, that's just false evidence appearing real. I get it. Stick your toe in, feel the water, but then I want you to dive right in, because